All right, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Welcome. This is Bekenet Software showing you how to trade and make a lot of money without so much stress using Bekenet Software. Many have asked me questions about how do I go about making use of Bekenet Software. And I've always told them that it's not difficult, but quite unfortunate. Many have not sat down to sit and look at how to maximize this Bekenet Software. You do not need too much stress. Seriously, and I'm going to show you. Many have asked, oh, I have Bekenet software, I don't know how to use it and all of that. Can I ask you, can I tell you something? The only thing you need to use Bekenet software effectively, write them down quickly. The only thing you need, the major thing you need, right? The only thing and major thing you need to make use of Bekenet software. Number one, access to a mentor that show you how to navigate where MT5 or trading platform. Number two, access to community where you can learn just basic, Forex, support and assistance, and that's all. Now, why am I saying this? So that sometime you will be able to navigate and see a signal that is good for you or that's not good for you. Number three, you need to understand, of course, risk management and trade management. And you need a good trading plan. Your trading plan is you have said this is the stop loss. And one of the lovely things I love in Bekenet software is he said our maximum stop loss is 80 pips, meaning that it's more or less like a swing trade. For that, you want to stick to daily 4 hours and 1 hour time frame in overview your market. Now, if you come to Plan B Express, we put you through how to actually refine the market entry. So I'm going to go into the Bekenet software right now. All you need, if you can obey simple instruction following us, come to our community, we show you. But can I tell you, is Bekenet software powerful? Very, very powerful. It has reduced your stress of trying to navigate how to see which pairs to pick and all of that. It's already there for you. You don't need to follow unnecessary stress in achieving results with Bekenet software. Trust me, you don't need it. You don't need it, ladies and gentlemen. But you need to be ready to obey simple instruction. You hear me right? Simple instruction. Just following simple instruction, you are good. Now, let me open Bekenet software. Quickly, let me open Bekenet software. Write those things I said down, about 4 of them. Okay. Then over time, then you are now able to know, okay, when to adjust and all of that. Those are the basic things you need. Okay, so let's quickly go. I'm going to share with you now Bekenet software. Let's look at Bekenet software quickly, everybody. Let's look at Bekenet software. Bekenet software. Massive, massive, amazing software that you can ever think. Now, this is Bekenet software dashboard. Now, one of the biggest feature, now listen to me. Felix, I do market analysis and update every week, Sunday night, to look at the overview of the week. How is the market going to be for the week? That I do that. And I've discovered that most time people, what we are struggling ourselves with in trading is actually available in a longer time frame. To be very candid, then what you are struggling yourself for in the market is in a longer time frame. So meaning you are supposed to be viewing the market monthly, weekly, daily. And then you can make decisions in between. Write it down. Monthly, weekly, daily. To see the bigger perspective. Then in between, 4 hours, 1 hour, you can now be looking for decision that to buy. And I will show you how and what do I mean by that. Because if you check the market with that perspective, you are going to be fine. Now, so it means Bekenet software, every day you wake up, but be very concerned. The beginning of the week is very important for you. Be concerned about the beginning of the week. So every Sunday, when market is about to open for the week, be concerned in checking your market. Now let's go. The first place that's going to be very important for you as to be profitable with less stress trader is that we're going to go to, of course, the Bekenet software show you, it pop up those things, but you want to look at overall view of the market. Let me go. So look at it here. Look at this place. Forex 2. If it's for Forex, if it's for synthetics, if it's for derivative synthetics or wet trade synthetic. But I'm talking about Forex now. Now, so I'm going to click on this Forex 2. Now, it brings me to something again here and say market overview, AI. Good. I'm going to tap on it. it will pop it up. When it pop it up, see the fantastic thing it's going to do. It will highlight many peers and tell you their expectation, which is probability. So understand this. This is not a guarantee. But of course, when we talk about probability, you work with the higher one, right? Now, my secret of taking A plus setup for the week, for the period, I look for a setup that says, that give me the same thing all through. Like now, AUDJPY all through sell. Do you get it? All right. Now, this is AUDSND, buy, sell, sell. If I have the one that give all through sell, all through buy, I rather go for the one that give me all through buy. Look at Bitcoin, all through buy. And he even gave something, look at it, say, strong turning point zone to buy at 108,644, which means as at that time of the beginning of the week, you could find market turning point at those regions. Are you following? Now, look at this one. GBP chef, sell, sell, sell. No, card chairs, sell, sell, sell. Now, I would rather want to go for things like this. I'm just taking you through what you should look out for in the market. But you have to plan yourself. Without effective planning, you will be jumping around. You must plan yourself that this is what I'm going to do for this period. If you don't have planning, seriously, you're going to abuse opportunity that are open to you. So sell, 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 buy, 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 and is what you are supposed to be looking at. Okay? Look at this one. Sell, 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 DXY. Maybe over time, the market changes and give you other direction and all of that. These are the things you need to look at. Okay? So now let's go. So now, if it gives me, what's it called? If it gives me Chef JPY, sell, 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 then it gives me another point to even look at 187.572. So I'm going to pick it. This is the first thing I will do. I copy it. So I'm going to go to my MT5. Let me go to MT5. What's that in? Is it Chef JP what? Yes, something like that. Let's look at it. Okay, Chef JPY. So I take Chef JPY. So if I do not have, I'm going to add it. Chef JPY. CHF JPY. So it's there. Okay, so I have it. So Chef JPY. Look at it here. So I click on the chart. Now, allowed my market to be on a daily. All right? You know, it has said sell, sell, sell. You can see. Allowed my market to be on what? On daily. So I go to pick. So nevertheless, let me just hide this one so that it will not interfere. Okay? Here you go. I tap. Look at this point. I'm clicking here. Look at this. I'm clicking on this point so that I can bring a line to. Look at the line up here. This line, horizontal line, I pick it and I just place it anywhere I want. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to tap on that same line once. Now, it gives me this option down here. So I'm going to tap on it on this one, this particular one, this one. This is for editing. So I tap on it. Now, it pop up and give you this interface. Very simple, right? Then I'm going to press and hold down that one that says point and paste the one that I copied. Okay, so when I paste the one I copied, I just allow the line. I use this dotted line and I use black. So I click on save. Now look at it. See at that top, it tells you that this market is a turning point. So just continue to sell. Now imagine how many days. Today is Thursday, Wednesday, that's another one, Tuesday, this other one, Monday. So it was on Sunday night. So this was Friday candle. Bro, look at it. This candle there is a Friday candle. So this was from Monday. The sell still continue, meaning that chances are there that this market was going to be going here. Let's look at it. Down here. Am I giving a guarantee? No, likelihood. because these are liquidity still lying down there. You get it now? And he said you should sell. Very simple. You have seen where to sell, so that's when you now travel down to a lower time frame. So as at the time I was telling you, so even if it's the beginning of the week, your lower time frame should not even go too much. 4 hours is okay. 4 hours, 1 hour is okay. Because if you go to too much lower time frame, you wouldn't know how to refine to still enter. You would now be dialing and think the market is going. So 4 hours is okay. If you go to 1 hour, you could see that point there. So you know it will be confusing you. So 4 hours will not make you have fear. So when you enter, anywhere you enter from, you are going to put your stop loss above this point, he says. But assuming the market has traveled so much, that's where you are looking for. As the market go this way, what am I supposed to wait for? Now, if I want to enter, as at the time market has left the point, you are supposed to wait for things like this kind of pullback. So we use like Fibonacci retracement, and that's why I say if you come to Plan B, we'll teach you. So we use like Fibonacci retracement to look at, okay, to what extent will this market pull back to, so that I can find an entry. I get it now? So if I take my Fibonacci retracement, it's a tool to check potential reversal. To what point will this market travel? Okay. Okay, so I take it to this point down here. Let's just stay here. Now, it reversed to 38 level, and then begin to do some kind of stuff. And so you expect that, okay, this market has retraced. Better way is supposed to retrace to 50 or 61. If you look at this market's likelihood coming back up to 61, because there's a fair value gap over there that the market come to. So, but if you were not there at the beginning, you want to look at a pullback when you finally come to the point, the market. And so that's what you do, as simple as that. Then when you take your profit, so assuming I'm taking this trade now, but I probably wouldn't be able to take this trade because I'm coming at the point where, at the point of nowhere, right? Okay. So there you go. You now say, okay, I want to enter a sell, right? So you go to your trade and then locate this plus sign and then locate the instrument. What is this? Chef JPY, for instance, if that you're trading it or whatever. Chef JPY. So let me just check something. Chef JPY, Chef JPY, Chef JPY, Chef JPY. Okay, so JPY is already strengthening and Chef 2, both of them are getting more strengthening. And so that's why you probably, so there are still other things you want to learn. If you see the way gold, like for instance, is dumping, then I'm sure Bekenet software gave the signal for people to look at what gold was doing and all of that. So what I'm doing is very simple, to identify my market and work with the instrument. The instrument is a powerful instrument for you that shouldn't give you too much stress. So looking at 1 hour time frame or 4 hour time frame will give you an aha effect. So if I go to maybe 30 minutes or even 15 minutes, so you meet some noises anyway, and then so probably you want to wait. So, but I'm just telling you, beginning of the week, you're going to find fantastic market activities and enjoy yourself. Does that make sense? So you find an entry. So let me look for, so let's look at signals. Now, I just use one example here. Let's look at signals that Bekenet software will send to you. So let me scroll down and then tap this. So we have this, sell GBP JPY, correction at this point. Maybe this is an old signal because I've not checked my signal today, apart from what I did the other time. So let me pick this and then copy it. I go to my empty file. So what do I want to do? Very simple. I want to locate GBP JPY, pick it up, then do this. Okay, so let's look at it. GBP JPY. So I go to daily time frame. I love to go there. So probably you can see that I've done that. So that means I saw this market from Monday and then it's still going down. That's what it means. So let me check. So let's just take this line. This red line will be that line. So I paste it. See, look at it. Let me paste. You're going to see that that was it. That was it, guys. Yes, that was it. So I paste it. Then I click on save. That means that was it. That was it. That was it. Here. That was it. Then, ladies and gentlemen, so probably you go to 4 hours. You can see the market is still rocking down. So look at the pullback. There's a pullback. There's a pullback. There's a pullback. There's a pullback. Now, if I take my Fibonacci retracement parts and check, maybe when I come, I was not there enough to have taken whatever I was supposed to take. I take this. For instance, where you meet the market here, Now, like this one now has happened, that's created another thing. I need to see it about reversing back for me to be able to take an entry. Okay, so that means you look at it here. You see now? So you just need to be accurate and meticulous. So look at it. It came back to 50% retracement level. That makes a lot of sense, right? Let's check this. But you know this candle has not closed, so you can use this now. Until this candle closes, a new one open, and it shows a reversal, then that's where you can use this. Okay? So you can see now. So I take this one to this point. So, but you know, this candle has not closed. For me to see where is it likely to return back to, for me to now buy or continue to sell, right? That's as simple as possible. So Bekenet software have given you the signal and all of that. Then yours is to find a possible entry and then rock the market as you want with less stress. With less stress, ladies and gentlemen, with less stress. This is a super, super amazing tool. And then, so when you take your trade, you put your stop loss appropriately. Remember, like Bekenet software already told you, about 80 pips. So if you are going to use 80 pips, you need to know how much you want to spend. And this is where I'm going to take you to a page where you can now look, okay, how to calculate my pips. What determines the pips? Okay, 80 pips is what you want to use. You already know it. Then how much do you want to spend will now determine the lot size you are going to use. How much you want to spend for the amount of money you have to trade. Now determine, right, the lot size you will use. So I'm going to go to a page now. So if you look at this now, probably this is, if I use 1 hour time frame from here to here, as this one starts retracing, I need to have another candle that the market is now retracing or going forward. And then perhaps I will now wait to see the market come to, all right? So let's look at it. So I will now wait to see the market come to the level I want it to come to so that I can now enter a short. You don't just jump into a short, you say short, because the time you are meeting it may be a wrong time when the market has moved from where it says, and then you need to wait to see a pullback, but you already have an idea that the market is selling, and for that, you're good to go. If you see what has happened today, look at gold. It's jumping like, look at it, like hellfire. So if you look at gold now, so what I can say is that if gold refuses to return from here, that means you are going to be looking at gold at this point, right? Let's go here. I'm going to be looking at gold at this point, right? These are liquidity level, okay? Back to this point. So that's about 3792, okay? 3792 region possibly for gold to create a reversal. And if it's unable to do that, that means where Bekenet software gave us this entry. Since he gave us that entry, this is the first time gold, he gave us this entry. Yes, 3717. If you don't remember this is, and look at it, the way it has traveled up and all of that. So you take signal. Bekenet software give you signal. You just take the signal and then you follow as simple as possible. So you want to learn more on how to maximize Bekenet software signals, you can always start with us, and then we put you through. Look at when it asks people to sell GBP USD, look at GBP USD. So let's take it. Let's look at this. It says sell GBP USD, and it tells you certain functions, yada, analysis, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not going to go to those details. If you go here now, if I click on FOREX inbuilt, and then that is inbuilt chart, and I look, I need to set for GBP USD. So when you search for it, look at here, it says load. Here it says load. Then what do? You tap to load it. And once it's loaded, I click on setting. Look at setting here. So I click on settings. Then what do I want to do? Probably I want to even check how's the strength of this signal. Maybe it's long, you have sent the signal. Then as I click on weekly key level, then I move up, you can see that the market is still going to sell. Look at it. It asks you to sell. Then it's at a pivot point. So I want to check my daily key level. Look at it. Let's check. Oh my word. So look at where it asks to sell. Look at on daily time frame. So you can see how the market is powerful, right? Then if you go to your, so gold is still going to be selling, massive selling. It's still falling. That's a rock. Now after it came here, it swept this liquidity. Many of us may not know. This was the today high. It's wipe off the liquidity, a massive rocking down of gold right now. So now let's go. Now we look at GBP USD. Let's see. And we still bought GBP USD today and make money. Now that's the dynamics of the market. You can see the market crashing like wildfire. All right. So now let's go where he told us. So let me just go here and I pick this line. I can just place it anywhere. All right. So I tap on it. I put the coordinate. I paste it. All right. So I paste it. Here you go. Save. So see, look at it. That up. I'll say, hey, you know what? So at that point, it asks you to sell here. As market move up here, if you check, market actually move up to this point. So let's go to 4 hours, probably to see it more. As you can see 4 hours. You know what you check was for 1 hour at the time. So look at it. It actually got rejected at this zone. All right. Then if you look at daily, So look at the previous day candle and look at today's candle. Failed to even rally up to that point, and then there you go. So look at 4 hours, and then it's still selling. So that means what things being equal, it could sell down to as much as this. Let's copy. Let's take one. Then let's push it down here. So that means you could have point of liquidity down here, or if you can reverse back here, let's pick this. All right, let's take it this way. Okay, that means you can have another liquidity point here. If you can sweep that liquidity and bounce back, that means the market could be returning. Now, this is the lovely thing about Bekenet software. You less your stress. You don't face too much stress in trading with Bekenet software. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you should know how to follow Bekenet software. It's not difficult. It's very simple. It's straightforward and all of that. So you can see this one. I say, okay, you know, as I was doing the training, then allow me to perhaps let's say Chef JPY. Okay, Chef JPY is still struggling and all of that. So how do I take the trade? You go here and look at Chef JPY. So this is Chef JPY. I put it this way, for instance. Let me just take a very small lot size. Okay, and I click sell. So when you finish selling, what do? Very simple. You go to the trade, itself that you press and set your take profit and stop loss. All right. So that when the market, so if I'm going to set my stop loss, let's say I'm going to set my stop loss above here. But you know, this is not my normal trade. So perhaps I'm just using an example. So this pullback is where I'm going to set my stop loss. That is 184.875. 184.875. So I go there, 184.875. Okay. So I type here 184.875. That's my stop loss. So I put my stop loss. Now, if I want to know how much am I going to lose if this trade hit my stop loss, I'm going to lose just $6. Okay, makes sense? So how much is my take profit? I just tap this. All right. As I just tap this, right? See, let me just go back. I'll show you something very, very nice. So as I just tap this now, I'm going to tap on take profit. Look at this take profit here. Look at this take profit here. Sorry about that. Okay, look at this take profit here. This one, I'll just tap it now. So just tap it. So it now give me $16. So I can just fix my take profit there. I just go ahead, look at it. I just go ahead and then put it, modify it, and allow it to run. Okay, so that's how I've set my take profit and stop loss. I can go away. I already know how much I'm going to lose if the trade go against me, but I'm just showing you practical thing of how this Bekenet software actually works. Now, let me go to my page and show you some of those other additional softwares or scanners we use in taking trade and following market activities. So most people, you don't just give yourself unnecessary stress these days. Trading is simpler than before because we have too many supporting tools that can help you to maximize trading. But if you are not following simple instruction, I'm sorry, you are going to be wasting your resources. So look at it. Look at the gold, right? I actually was busy, but I sold down. But meanwhile, we took trade up today. So this was how I normally trade. So imagine, so you can see why the daily candle is very important. So I already have these are key levels. These are key levels. Now, in these key levels, I want the market to actually travel up, right? The market was moving up. And now, when I come in the day, I saw that this was the highest that the market has, and which was the previous day high. Now, I mark the high and the low of the day, okay? And what I'm looking for is that the market should sweep one side of the liquidity, that's the side of the high or of the low. The market actually opened and sweep the low, right? It sweep it and return back to the range. So I'm expecting to have a buying opportunity, okay? That is 1 hour time frame. If you look at it on daily time frame, you can see how the market actually induced people, right? So look at the low and the high. So what lovely market. So if you don't understand how to follow market in a dynamic way, I'm sorry, you are just going to be struggling for nothing. Okay. So here, the market have taken the low, and I was looking to buy. Now you see, today has not closed. So today has not closed. Now, if you look at it now, what the market now did it, guys, is like another manipulation, because at the end of the day, this is the same candle I traded today and make profit going up. So when it swept the low, I was just came down to a lower time frame, 4 hours, 1 hour, to just check the market properly. Okay, so you can see, haven't swept the low. What I was looking for, okay, I want to buy into the market, so taking up, and then probably go to more lower time frame, like 30 minutes or 15 minutes, to see a proper entry point. Okay, so you can see this was the sweep of the low, then we find an entry. Okay, because at the end of the day, what really happened, it was a candle pattern entry at this point. What's a candle pattern entry here? The low have been swept, and I'm bullish on gold was that this is a hammer, and then what happened, we have an engulfing candle. Even this was an engulf candle, and then this what happened. So I go back to 1 minute to refine my market. Probably I'm not going to do that right now here. And then, but this is a resistance that I'm not too comfortable that the market were able to break. So just by whatever, I entered the trade and I was waiting, was doing what it was doing. When it broke out of this point, I have to find another entry, which was a powerful entry, as it were. And then I say, okay, it's going to go up to either reject here or sweep liquidity. So if it's reject here, then it's still going to be another sell to this point. If we sweep liquidity, it may be a massive sell to this point or back to the low again. But reverse is the case. Now, what I'm going to look at now, I could just check some other things here. You see here, this was a potential reversal. You see here, this is another potential reversal. You ask me, Felix, why is this place a potential reversal? These are liquidity environment. Okay, that's a swing low or swing, just call it a swing, a point at which market return. These are regions that you are looking at, possibly where the market should actually take a shape back and all of that, maybe back to this point, which is 3792. I was telling some persons, I say, market is likely going to go to 3792. Okay, now, so the market actually got here now. So I'm interested to check what's going to happen at this point. You can see a lot of people will still be selling, and let me sell gold. Gold is dumping. No, it has gotten to a point now you have to be very careful, because look at this candle. It probably might going to change direction, as it were. So now, but you can imagine the kind of massive sell. Go down to 5 minutes, you're going to see this candle, right? Massive sell. So, but you can see a bounce that's happening right now, right? So you can see the massive sell. That's a crazy one. I was even targeting this. How much pips is this one? This is just about 170 pips. So imagine navigating to this point. Come on, that's about 600 pips within the shortest time, as crazy as possible. All right. So now, if you look at what it's doing now, so we have to now be conscious of it. I go to 1 minute time frame, which I'm not entering anyway. So you have to be very careful, because this is still a falling knife. So I go to 1 minute time frame. I probably want to see something different, and then see gold. So let's say here, then it break down here, it cross here. I want a pullback. I want a pullback to this point probably, and then whatever. So, but you have to be very careful. You want to study the market, but it has swept liquidity, and if you sweep liquidity, you want to see a proper market structure shift, and then you want to enter. But Bekenet software have already given you signal to trade, to make money, and then enjoy yourself with less stress. Okay, you can see the kind of long wick candle. So you are interested in seeing what gold is going to do after now. But one of the fantastic things that we have different scanners that still give us opportunity. Can you see? It's a scanner. Look at it. That's gotten to this point, and this like a kind of demand zones, and at the same time a bullish order block. And then you can see. So this is another instrument. Look at it. This is another scanner, massive one, and it's actually got to this point again. So you just want to study what's going to happen. And then this is another crazy one. Look at it. Now hit up here at the primary level and then sold down massively. Now it's trying to grab up a liquidity and then to stabilize and move back. Look at it from premium to discount. Come on. From premium to discount, that was a heavy wire movement. Now look at another one. These are fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, and all of that. Okay, so because this is what minute? 30 minutes. The other one was 15 minutes. Okay, so look at another scanner, massive one. Now, so you see this scanner again. So this one actually shows trend. Okay. So this actually shows trend. Now, this so trend, what's happening is that this is a massive dump. I wouldn't know what happened, just similar to this point. So, but as far as this market, it closed below here. If it didn't close below here, it didn't close below, you will see a dotted line. We're likely going to bounce. Like I was telling you, and I'm supposed to be taking a trade right now, but that would be a risky one. But that is still part of trading activities. If you have your honors, if you know your honors and you know your strategy, you should be doing what you're supposed to do. So look at it. This is a week and a long week for that matter. By the time I go to lower time frame, you're going to see that the market is about to pull back massively. Even if it's not a total return, then it's going to pull back massively and all of that. So look at the gold. This is massive, and then all of that. So I have another scanner, crazy scanners. I give you now. So look at it. Come on. This is well. This is passive. This is massive, right? You want to just see a dimension of change and all of that. Look at it. Come on. So what a lot of people will say, hey, I want to sell, but of course, it still shows that demand zone that the market will travel to is 3,808 region and all of that. So if I want to do my analysis, you see what I told you I will have done. So if I go back to my 5-minute time frame, you probably have seen some kind of stuff, and now this is a kind of potential return, but that's not all because this is a massive dump. And so you have to be very careful of how to put head in this kind of a thing. So now look at it. Here we have this, then we have this high, we have this low that market have taken. So I want to pull back into this region, either this fair value gap or both. Okay. Now this is 1 minute, but you have to be very careful. So we want back to this. Okay. So back to this and a buying back, a buying up, and then I'll be looking for a buy, up to this level from this point, probably to this point. This is another limitation. If you look at it, this is a kind of another block on 1 minute time frame. That means, wow, that's going to be 340 pips, ladies and gentlemen. But that's quite risky because you are against the massive dump. So I have to wait for the market to return back to this point and then didn't close below here and then take a bullish market. Then I'll be finding an entry. And that's one of the lovely things you need to understand when it has to do with market. So gold is a powerful place where you can make a lot of money. Bekenet software help you to simplify the market without stress. If you are not using Bekenet software or you have it, you are using it wrongly, just beckon on us. We'll show you how Bekenet software actually works and you can make a whole lot of money trading the financial market. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix. I'm the team leader of Plan B Express. You have any questions, you can always inbox me on this phone number, +234, take a number, +234, right? 90-470-44998. I take the number again, +234 90-470-44998. So chat with the number, don't call. If you call, we don't pick up. So we only listen to message. Look at even Bitcoin too. Look at it. It created a kind of double top. This is a massive pullback because this market have been rocking, and this is a key level that I have on Bitcoin, and it got there. So massive pullback. This is a massive one. So that means Bitcoin is to come back to 117. I think I did a video, and if you come to 117 and it couldn't stop, then we break it and come to $114,000. Guess what? That's one of the things I always express and tell people about what market can do. And what you are doing is that you are taking your money, taking your profit, and then rebuilding back as much as possible. So this pullback is not out of it. So this pullback is not out of it. So if this pullback come back to, let me take now, for instance, if this pullback is not out of it, if I look at this full candle, the complete candle here, for instance, if this pullback come back to, what did I say? 116,000 and 115,700 region is not a bad one. So it's a major correction, and then you can see maximize profit in it, as it were. So this is the lovely thing about the market. As simple as possible, you just move and all of that. So let's go back to the gold I was analyzing. I said, okay, now it's inside the fair value gap. Remember, I told you, I said, I'm not going to do anything until return back here. Now, returning here, I need a rejection. So I need some form of rejection. That rejection is already happening right now. I need some form of rejection, but that rejection need to happen very well. Now, remember, this is a falling knife. So I'm going against the... so you have to have a powerful rejection for us to actually follow. All right?
Sorry for the break in transmission.
Okay, so we need a very nice rejection, which we call down close candles. If I do not have all of those ones, forget about it. I'm not going to do anything because this is 1 minute I came down here. I shouldn't do this refinement here because it's at the point of no too much significance, just at the liquidity level. But if it's at a key level, for instance, where markets, daily
key level, right, horizontal, point and all of that, then that makes more sense. So that's why you don't rush straight. Now, so many persons, when they see this line crossing here, they're already jumping out, the market is reversing and all of that. So just do your basics, and then you want the market to now tend to your calls. Okay, you have told the market, say, hey, do this, and they say, okay, I'm going to do that. So as long as you give me permission to do that and all of that. See this trade, we enter this trade, we're doing analysis, we enter this trade, you pull back again, and this what to do, yada yada yada, as it were. Which one is this? Okay, so you can see the strength. Okay, so let's go back. Gold. So we want a very nice rejection. In fact, I need to have a good rejection here and a very powerful bullish candle, to tell me that this market is actually ready to move up. So it's actually very risky. So if I want to take a risky entry now, I can go to my market, I can go to my broker, right? Go to my broker and then still do the same thing I just did now. XAU USD, okay, XAU, so XAU USD, I take it, I just do the same thing, right? So I think I have a key level that I marked here, perhaps I wouldn't know. So I go to 1 minute, right? So first I'm going to go to 5 minutes. So I go to 1 minute, right? I'm probably going to take a trade but I'm going to be very careful because, so if I take a trade, just 0.05, it's not a bad deal. So if I take it this way, look at it. So if I take 0.05, so what am I going to do? I'm going to put my stop loss below this one. So because if you come back and break below this point, it's going to continue selling. So that means I'm looking at 3822 or 3823. So something like that, 3822 or 322. So I'm going to go to the markets. So to put my stop loss, here we go. So 38. So here we go. So 3822, 3823, something like that. Say $73 what I'm going to lose. My goodness. So I didn't look at it properly. So anyway, so let's go. So if I put it this way, then I'm going to look at where to take profit from. Where am I taking profit from? So here we go. So I still go back to my 1 minute that I was refining from that time, and then to check where am I going to take profit from. So look at it. So if I'm going to take my profit, so perhaps I'm going to look at here or here. So there are so many places I'm going to take profit from. And so what I do here is to do this way, say long. So I have long here, and then put stop loss. So where the stop loss is, right? So the stop loss is at 140 pips. That's too big, ladies and gentlemen. So targeting 1:2 risk reward. Okay, that's somewhere here. That's somewhere here. That's too big, man. So, but it just because I'm rushing and probably to exemplify something here. So here is going to be my take profit. So take profit is going to be 3868. All right, something like that. So let's go 3868, ladies and gentlemen. 3868, 3868. Let's go. Go here. 3868, 3868, 3868, 3868. Now you're already aware of what you're going to lose. There is no point panicking. You just allow the market to run because, but remember I told you it's a very risky one because it's not a key level. It's just a liquidity area. And then I'm expecting the bounce from there. That's quite risky. And the market that was just crashing like a rock. And I'm jumping in at the middle of nowhere. So it's quite risky. So it's better when the market is at a very fantastic point, and then you are doing all of this analysis. I just maybe a Fibonacci retracement level or a particular, rejection point and all of that. But here it is now. This can just be a pullback, and the next thing just to sell down and then take me out and give me a loss of $73. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Felix. This is how we use Bekenet software and maximize trade with other supporting tools and training that are going to help you. Thank you very much. Do have a nice time. Go to the comment section. You see the link there. Register on Bekenet software and capitalxtend exchange broker. So brokers will push you through. You come into our community. You have access to our premium signals.